Today we are determining the parts when given the ratio and the total. So the title of your video can just be Determine the Parts. Okay, let's look at an example. In a delivery truck, the ratio of apples to oranges is 5:3. The total number of apples and oranges is 120. So if we look at this from a number line perspective, we can do something called a tape diagram. A tape diagram uses rectangles to model the quantities of a ratio. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to figure out if there's 120 total, then how many sets of 5 and 3 do we have? So we're going to take 120 and we're going to divide that by 5 and 3 added together. So how many sets of 8 do we have? And our answer is 15. Okay, so what does that help us achieve? That means that we should have 15, 15, 15, 15, and 15 apples, or 5 groups of 15 apples. We should have 15, 15, 15, or 3 groups of 15 of oranges. So the 5 represents the number of groups, and the 15 is how many's in each group. The 3 represents the number of groups, and in this case they're oranges, and 15 again is the number in each group. So we have a total of 75 apples, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 15, 15, and 15 make 45 oranges on the truck. So right there, that is one way to solve. Okay, let's look at another way. We can, right off the bat, label 5 and 3 as separate ratios with the total. So I have 3 oranges, and 5 apples out of, this is total fruit. And I can set this 8 as a total equal to this 120, which is my total fruit in the truck. So this is the total fruit for the ratio, and this is the total fruit for the truck. So that's why it would go in the denominator bottom. Okay, so we have 3 oranges and 8 total pieces of fruit. So how do I get from 8 to 120? Again, divide, and we know it's a multiplication of 15, just like in the last part. 15 times 3 equals 45. Again, this one is being multiplied by 15, and 5 times 15 gives me 75, which is the same answer, and again, we have to label it, but it gives us the same answer as before, with the 75 and the 45. Okay, so let's look at another one. Mikey and Sam are participating in the school walkathon. For every 2 laps Mikey walks, Sam walks 3. If they walked a total of 20 laps, what's the number of laps each walked? So what I'm going to do here first is underline all my question and circle all my key information. So here's my question, and here's the key information. This one represents what my label will be. Okay, so let's do a tape strip. If we are looking at, or a tape diagram, excuse me. If we are looking at Mikey having 2 laps plus Sam's 3 laps, we want to take those and add them. And after we've added them, we're going to divide the 20 by that number. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. So we know there's going to be 2 laps for Mikey and 3 laps for Sam. So I set up my tape diagram with 2 laps for Mikey and 3 laps for Sam, and then I put the 4, that's the total, in each one of the boxes. So right now I have 2 groups of 4, so Mikey is walking 8, and 3 groups of 4, so Sam is walking 12. And these are the number of laps for each of them. Mikey 8, Sam 12. Okay, so with a double number line, we're going to put Mikey here and Sam here. And we're going to start with the 2 laps that Mikey walked and the 3 that Sam walked. And then in the middle here, I'm going to take 5 because that's the total that they walked together and circle it. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to increase by 2 every time here and increase by 3 every time here. So 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, it's going up by the same amount. Here, this would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay, so now let's find their totals. 4 and 6 make 10, 6 and 9 make 15, 8 and 12 make 20. Do you see that these are also going up by the same amount? They should. Okay, so where do we see a total of 20? Right here at 8 and 12. And if we look at our tape diagram, that was our answer. So you can use either to help you solve. Okay, Mo and Mia baked 24 batches of cookies for the 6th grade bake sale at a ratio of 1 to 2. How many batches did each person make? You get to choose. Do you want to do a tape diagram or a double number line? In just a second, I'm going to show you how to do both of them, but I want you to pick, and on your piece of paper right now, I want you to pick one or both and try it for me. I'll be back in just a second to show you what I did. Okay, so I'm going to write Mo's name here and Mia here. If I do a tape diagram, I need to take the 1 plus 2, add it together, and I know I am going to be dividing that number, which is 3, into 24. 3 goes into 24 8 times. So the 1 is the number of batches that Mo makes, and the 2 is the number that Mia makes. So she's going to have 2 tape diagram boxes and Mo only has 1. So Mo has 8 batches that he made, and Mia made 8 plus 8, which equals 16. So together they made 24 batches, and they do add together to give me 24, so I'm done. If I did the double number line, if I did the double number line, I would have started with a 1 to 2 and then increased from there. And you can always add on like I did if you need more space. So we're going to increase by 1 on top and 2 on the bottom. So here's what I would have gotten as I did that. And making sure that I label them Mo and Mia. So this was 3, this was 6, this was 9. Okay, so this one's increasing by 3s, so I don't have to add them. I can just go up by 3s. 21, and then voila, 24 batches. So Mo is 8, Mia is 16. Together they made 24, and I'm done. And that's all I have for you today. I will see you next time.